Hey, welcome back to my channel. I make weekly art tutorials, paint-alongs and vlogs, and I am so excited to finally be making this video. In this video, I'll be sharing my free goal planner guide with you. I'll be highlighting my 2022 goals as well as reviewing my 2021 goals and doing all this while painting. So sit back, relax and paint along if you wish. The materials that I'll be using are the Winsor & Newton gouache. I'll be using 4 colours, which are the Prussian blue, spectrum red, yellow ochre, and then zinc white. And I'll be doing all of this in my Moleskine sketchbook using one flat brush. Last year, I made a number of goals, which you can catch in my old video or at the end of this one. Some of them I met, some of them I didn't, but in hindsight, quite a few of them didn't actually serve me and weren't what I call SMART goals. Some of them, to be honest, I completely forgot until I had to review them again for this video. So this year I wanted to do things a bit differently. I wanted to be a bit more intentional. I wanted to create SMART goals, and the way that I decided to do that was by creating a goal planner for myself. And in doing so, I found it so useful. It wasn't just for my YouTube or for my art, but I thought, okay, let me share it with you with the hope that it will also be helpful and also be useful for you. In this video, I'll be grouping my goals by community, art, YouTube, and business. But in my planner, it's even more comprehensive, and I ended up making goals for other areas of my life as well, just in case you want to do the same. So my first goal is to build and engage with this art community that's growing on here. One way that I want to do that is by starting my own mailing list. Everyone who gets a planner will also get added to the mailing list, but if you don't want the planner and you just want to join the mailing list, then that's fine too, and both links are down below in the description. This is my way of saying thank you to the subscribers, thank you to everyone who's commented, to my MVPs, to people who engage with the polls. Like, this community has grown way beyond what I thought it would do, and I truly appreciate it. And this is like my way of engaging with you more and giving back to you. And the planner is just the beginning of that. I've also done a peony guide, which is also available for free. I'll also have a 10% Jackson's discount for anyone who started, and there's just so much more that I want to do and I want to give, and I feel like starting off with the mailing list, that will be a good way to facilitate that. So as I said, this is my way of saying thank you to you, and my hope is that through this mailing list I'll be able to share the things that I create, as well as other resources, events, live streams that I may do, updates, and things that I think in general will be useful. And in a slightly unrelated note, I try to create a second Etsy so that I would be able to like share some of my digital products with you for free. And after hours of creating the Etsy, it just got closed down with no explanation. I can't open a second store. It's just completely blocked. And I've seen this happen to other creators in the past, and I thank God that it was only after, you know, a few hours of work versus like months or years of work, and that my main Etsy is still fine. But it just made me a little bit more conscious of the fact that I can't rely on Etsy. I don't know how much I can rely on YouTube, but hopefully by connecting with you like this, I'll be able to keep in touch and stay in touch, and you guys will also be able to engage with me a bit down the line as well, in a bit of a more private way than YouTube. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but my aim is to do 6 to 12 emails a year, basically an email every month or every other month. With regards to my art related goals, I guess the mailing list was part of it, but my other goal is to do 200 paintings or pieces. And when I say 200, I kind of divided it into sections. So I want to do 50 landscapes, or I should say at least 50 landscapes, at least 50 portraits, at least 50 florals, and at least 50 urban sketches. And what I mean by urban sketches is actually going out and painting something. Doesn't have to be like on holiday or whatever, just go out and paint from observations if you like. And I think the reason I want to do this is because, like I've said in the past, I want to get better at landscapes. I do want to get better at portraits, or at least be able to do portraits. I love doing florals, and I want to experiment with doing not only loose florals, but maybe seeing if I can do slightly more realistic florals, or, you know, florals with different mediums as opposed to just watercolor. So I really want to experiment, and I want to do more art. And as much as I don't want to kind of be fixated on the numbers, I am someone who likes goals. I am someone who's like driven by competition or by challenges or whatever. So my hope is that by setting that goal of 200, that I will achieve it. And it is technically quite a few paintings. I think I worked it out as being 18 just over 18 paintings or drawings a month, which is a bit much for me, but it's something that I want to do, and I think it's something that will help me make art a priority. Next, what I want to do is use every art supply that I have. This goal is like has multiple layers to it, because on one hand it's not just a question of, you know, the amount of art supplies I have, because I do have a lot, but it's also just as a way to get over that idea of I'm not good enough to, or my skills aren't good enough to use a certain material, or I have to wait until I'm better before I use XYZ. This year I want to use everything, as in I don't want to be wasteful, but you know, I want to use my Arches paper, I want to use my Winsor & Newton 100% cotton paper, I want to use my Sennelier watercolors, I want to use the professional watercolors that I got. I want to use it all. I want to actually use the art supplies. We'll see how that goes. I want to like be a bit more specific about improving certain parts of my art skills, and I feel like the way to go about that would be to basically take a class or take a course or do a tutorial. So I might join Skillshare or something like that. But yeah, I want to at least do, or even if it's YouTube, I want to at least sit down and do like a tutorial from start to finish and see a tangible improvement in my art. Kind of in a similar stream, what I'd like to do is to create 2 courses of my own. So outside of art, like in my day-to-day job, I'm a doctor, but also a big part of what I do is teaching, and I love teaching, I enjoy teaching, and I want to do that with my art as well. Like I enjoy teaching art and I enjoy making tutorials. I've made a few tutorials on here, but I think it's not quite the same as having like a full course and designing a full course, and having designed like medical courses and things, I've enjoyed doing that aspect as well. So I want to try and do 2 courses this year. With regards to my YouTube specifically, as I mentioned earlier, I really want to focus on the community that we have growing here. And one of the things that I've wanted to do for the longest time is to have either like live streams or Zoom sessions where we're literally like painting together or doing a sketchbook series together. Like I just basically want to paint and really engage with you. So the way that I've put that in form of a goal is to create at least 3 live streams or 3 Zooms this year. The reason that I've said 3 specifically is I want to try it to make sure that I actually enjoy it, just because I know that there can be a few obstacles to actually like painting or creating online. But yeah, at least 3 live streams or 3 Zoom sessions this year with you. Next thing that I want to do is 50 YouTube videos this year, again at least. Like I'm really enjoying creating the videos, I'm enjoying the whole thing, but I just feel like I need to do more of it. Sticking to that theme, another goal of mine is to cut my editing time. Now, I don't know if this is normal, I don't know if it's just me, if it's normal, if I'm doing it wrong, but it takes me at least 20 hours, no exaggeration, like 20 block solid hours where I can't do anything else, because I can't watch TV or listen to music or anything else while I'm editing. I can only do the editing, and that's how long it takes me for every single video. And I want to just drastically cut that down, because as much as I enjoy it, the bits that I enjoy more is the actually creating, the painting, the filming, yeah, not 20 solid hours of editing. So that's something that I really want to cut down, and I've said that I want to cut it down to 4 hours. Whether this is actually possible, I'm not sure, but I do think that if I were to take a bit more time to maybe plan things a little bit more instead of just literally going with the flow all the time, then I might be able to actually cut that down to a time that's more acceptable. Another goal that I think shouldn't be that hard, but is hard for me, is to pick a day to publish a video and to stick to it. Now let me know down below if this is something that you care about or you think about, or if you think it makes no difference. But it's something that I think, you know, in terms of like consistency and YouTube knowing what to expect, and I guess people knowing what to expect, it's good to just know, oh, Sketches.n.Scrubs is going to release a video on XYZ. But for me, the reason that that doesn't happen is that every time I publish a video, I can guarantee you that I finished editing it maybe an hour earlier, or maybe like maximum 6 hours earlier, because as soon as I finish editing, I am so excited about releasing the video. I'm so excited about chatting to you in the comments and chatting to you in the premieres that I literally release it as soon as I can. And the only time that there is a delay is if I have work straight away, which means that I won't be able to be in the premiere with you. So I delay it until I finish work. But literally that is why. So because I don't plan when I'm going to edit and I don't plan when I'm going to record, that's why each day changes all the time, depending on my rota, depending on when I have work, depending on when I actually get to record. But I want to try to pick a day that I'm definitely going to post. And if I still want to kind of be the free spirit that I am and post on a different day, then that's fine. But that will be in addition to the day that I'm definitely going to post. You'll notice I haven't said what day yet, because I tell you now, I don't know what day that is. And it changes all the time. But yeah, that would be great. And then with regards to my art business, so the reason for this is actually twofold. One reason is that I created the peony guide, a floral guide, and I really enjoyed creating it. Like, I was actually quite surprised, and that was the most I've used my iPad since I got it. Like, I really just enjoyed sitting down, figuring things out, drawing, sketching. As I mentioned, I enjoy teaching, and this was just like a different way of teaching. So I absolutely loved actually creating it. And then I created it as a free resource for you and for anyone who's subscribing. I put it on my Etsy store for free, but also I said that if you'd like to support me, my art, or the creation of other guides, then there is the option for people to pay. And to my shock and surprise, some absolutely amazing people actually decided to make a donation and to actually buy the guide. And this gesture alone was absolutely incredible to me. But these two things kind of showed me, one, I enjoy creating digital products, but two, it's just so nice to put the work at the beginning when I have time, and then actually be making an income from it when perhaps I don't have as much time to dedicate to that product. But that's something that I really want to focus on this year, just creating digital products. And now I'm going to be going through my 2021 goals, whether I met them, whether I didn't. And I wanted to make this part of the video for a number of different reasons. One, because I like seeing my progress from last year, but also I want to be transparent with you. I want to show my highs and my lows as I continue through this YouTube journey. And I hope that you find it useful, because I found similar videos made by other creators useful as well. So I divided my goals into YouTube, art, and business, so similar to this year. And one of my goals for YouTube was to create 4 videos a month, or a video every week. So essentially create 48 to 52 videos in that year. And unfortunately, I didn't meet this goal. I ended up creating 45 videos in 2021. Now, all things considered, 45 videos I think is amazing. You know, obviously still working a full-time job and doing this on the side. But yeah, that was my goal. I didn't meet it, long story short. My other goal was to improve on my videos, and I was quite vague about this, and I think that was part of the reason why I wanted to kind of have SMART goals this year, so that I can really see, have I met it or have I not. That being said, even though it's vague, I think I have significantly improved. And I think that if you look back on my videos, you will also agree. Not only has the light, like, I experimented with lighting and I think it's gotten a lot better. I experimented with like sound. I just experimented with so many different things. And I think on the whole, the quality of my videos has improved. Even if I compare my painting skills in the goals video that I made in 2021 versus my painting skills in this video and the lighting, I think it has significantly improved. And I think my comfort in front of the camera or behind the camera speaking to you has also improved. And a big part of that is because of the comments and the engagements and the MVPs. I pretty much know that anyone listening now is an MVP, is someone who, you know, is going to comment down below, is someone that I've chatted to, someone who I feel like I know a bit more, and that makes me feel like I'm chatting to a friend who also loves art, who also loves art supplies, and that has changed the way that I engage with the camera, and as a result my videos have gotten better, so thank you. Then my other goal was to engage with 10 new people. Now, I really didn't know what to expect from YouTube, and I didn't know whether I'd be good at it, whether the channel would grow. And I'm going to probably do a separate video to show you like a recap of my first year. But essentially, at the moment, I have over 700 subscribers, which is unreal. But I tell you now, for the first 5 months, I had 20 subscribers, of which 10 were my family members, and the other 10 were other people like you who were supporting me right at the beginning. So yeah, my goal at the time when I started was to just engage with 10 new people, and those 10 people that I was referring to were my MVPs. That's the people like you who are listening now, who like stick to the end of the videos, who like encourage me, who write in the comments, who leave lovely notes and lovely tips, and who vote in the polls. You were part of the 10 that I was envisioning actually connecting with, and thank God it's grown to beyond 10. But yes, that was initially part of my goal, not necessarily subscribers, but people that actually engage with me, and we've met that goal. Then with regards to my art, and this is what I mean about some of the things that I forgot about until I was making this video, my goal was to draw animals, because I had looked back and I saw that I hadn't drawn many animals in 2020, and I concluded that I wanted to draw animals in 2021. Now, I think in 2021, I drew maybe 5 animals for like, that's it. Because I don't really enjoy drawing or painting animals. And I think because I had a limited amount of time to paint and to create, I didn't fight it. I didn't try and create things I didn't want. I just created what I would enjoy most in that limited time that I had. And I think that was a better use of my time. And that's what I mean about a goal that didn't necessarily serve me, but was there. So yeah, didn't meet that goal. Another one of my goals was to improve on my landscapes. And again, pretty vague, but again, I feel that I have. Not as much as I would have liked to, but definitely like a tangible difference, especially with like, I think urban sketching and painting from observation was one of the things that really helped improve that. My goal to do 100 paintings, I achieved. Yay! My random art prompts, again, like the animals, with limited time and limited opportunities to paint. I wasn't going to use those opportunities to paint anything that I didn't find inspiring for the sake of improving in that thing. Should that change, I will let you know. But yeah, did not meet that goal. And then with regards to my art business, my goals were quite simple. Start the art business. And I opened my Etsy, so tick, I achieved that. Sell cards, and I actually achieved that. I sold birthday cards, I sold Mother's Day cards, like it was actually so nice. I went all extra, did wax seal stamps, like I really enjoyed that. And then also sell art prints, and again, that's something that I achieved in 2021. Now, did I make a profit in 2021? Absolutely not. Unfortunately, I made a solid loss. But that being said, I learned so much, and there are some things that you only learn by doing. So I just learned so much by running my own business, and there are lessons that I want to apply to 2022, and I'm really excited to see what this year has in store for us. As I mentioned earlier, I've created a free goals planner. I sat down and I went through it again before creating this video, and I started feeling so inspired. I had so many ideas of things that I wanted to do. I managed to map out things that I wanted to get done this month, this quarter, and this year, and even bigger ideas. So I hope that it is as useful for you as it has been for me, and that it inspires you as much as it has inspired me. But yeah, don't forget to sign up for the mailing list. Thank you so much for watching and for making it this far. You are truly an MVP, and I really appreciate you. Let me know if you've made it this far into the video by telling me what resource, if any, you would find helpful being shared in the mailing list. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next week. Bye.